This is How to Create Employer Brand Strategies to Attract Overseas Talent 2025 guide. If you're a founder, you've probably noticed this. Finding good people is hard enough locally, but when you open your doors to hiring overseas, it can feel even more overwhelming. How do you make your company stand out when you're not offering Google salaries or a Fortune 500 name? The answer comes down to your employer brand. And before you roll your eyes and think that's just another buzzword, let me break it down simply. Your employer brand is the story you tell about what it's like to work at your company. It's what makes someone overseas say, yes, I want to work there, even if they've never heard of your business before. I'm Erin from Paired, and in this video, we're going to talk about how to create employer brand strategies that actually attract overseas talent in 2025. By the end, you'll know why branding matters, the mistakes small businesses make, and the step-by-step strategies to position your startup as the place where top talent wants to work. Why employer branding matters. The talent market is global now. With platforms like LinkedIn, Deal, and yes, Paired, candidates can compare companies across borders in minutes. That means you're not just competing with a shop down the street, you're competing with startups in London, agencies in New York, tech firms in Singapore, all fishing in the same pool of talent. If you don't tell your story well, you disappear in the noise. Think about it from the candidate's perspective. You're sitting overseas scrolling job boards, you see startup seeks marketing assistant, apply now, versus join a fast-growing US startup where your ideas matter. We offer flexible hours, global collaboration, and a culture built on trust. Which one do you click? That's employer branding in action. And the truth is, you don't have to do this alone. We've already built a system for you. Step 1, define what makes you different. The first step is clarity. Why should someone overseas choose your company instead of another? It doesn't have to be fancy. Maybe it's flexibility. You let people work from anywhere and on their own hours. Growth opportunities. They'll get to wear multiple hats and learn fast. Culture. A supportive team where their ideas won't get lost. Mission. They get to contribute to a product or cause they believe in. Write this down, make it real, and don't fall into the trap of trying to sound like a big corporation. Small businesses win overseas talent because they're authentic, not generic. Here's a quick tip. Ask your current employees, why do you enjoy working here? Their answers will tell you what your employer brand really is. And if you're struggling to frame it, remember, at Paired, this is what we do every single day. Finding the right people who make a difference in your business. Step 2, build your digital presence. Once you know your message, you need to write it where talent can see it. Overseas candidates can't just drop by your office, so your online presence is your office. That means a website, have a careers page that explains your culture, benefits, and what you stand for. Add photos, testimonials, or even a simple video. Social media. Candidates don't just look at LinkedIn anymore. They'll check out all your social media accounts to get a real sense of the environment they join. Whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn, make sure the content you share reflects to your authentic culture, team moments, and wins. Make every post count as part of your employer brand. Reputation sites. Also make sure you're active and responsive on sites like Glassdoor. Many candidates read reviews there to understand what it's really like to work at your company. Job descriptions. Don't just list tasks. Write them like you're inviting someone into your mission. When overseas candidates Google your company, these are the first things they'll see. If you look invisible or outdated, they'll scroll past you. We make it simple so you can stay focused on growth, not paperwork. Step 3 is showcase your culture. Culture is your secret weapon as a small business. Big corporations can offer huge paychecks, but they can't offer that intimacy. So showcase what makes your team human. You can share behind the scenes moments, celebrate milestones publicly. You can also let your employees tell their stories. Even a few authentic LinkedIn posts or team photos can make a huge difference. Remember, talent overseas wants to feel connected. They want to see who they'll actually be working with, and think of Paired as your competitive edge. We connect you with talent faster and smarter. Step 4, communicate growth and stability. Here's one big hesitation. Overseas candidates often have, will this small company even last? That's where your messaging matters. Highlight your growth. Share your wins, new clients, partnerships, revenue, milestones. Explain your vision for the next year. Be transparent about stability without over-promising. You don't need to pretend you're a giant. You just need to show you're serious and you're growing. Step 5, go global with intention. This is where employer branding connects connects directly to overseas hiring. If you want overseas professionals to join your team, you have to speak to their reality. That means acknowledge time zones and frame them as a benefit. We love being able to serve clients while our US team sleeps. Talk about your remote tools, Slack, Zoom, Notion. It shows you're ready to collaborate across borders. Be upfront about pay. Don't just say competitive salary. Competitive compared to what? In their region, in yours? Clarity builds that trust. Common mistakes small businesses make. Let's pause and talk about the traps to avoid. Copying corporate language. Don't say, we're a world-class employer of choice. That sounds fake. Authenticity matters more. Over-promising. Don't talk about unlimited growth opportunities. If you're a 5-person team, candidates will see right through it. Ignoring offboarding. Employer branding isn't just what you say before hiring, it's how you treat people once they join. Think of employer branding like dating. If you say one thing on the profile and act differently in person, the relationship won't last. Bringing it together. A simple employer brand framework. If all of this feels overwhelming, here's a framework you can use to start tomorrow. Message. Write down your why us in one sentence. Presence. Make sure your website, social media, and job posts reflect that message. Proof. Share real team stories or milestones. Trust. Be clear about growth, pay, and expectations. Global lens. Frame everything in a way that makes sense to someone overseas. So let's recap. Building an employer brand that attracts overseas talent comes down to 5 big things. Number 1 is define what makes you different. Number 2, build a strong digital presence. 3, showcase your culture authentically. 4, communicate growth and stability. 5, frame everything through a global lens. You don't need a giant budget to do this. You just need clarity, authenticity, and consistency. And that's how small businesses win in a global market. And remember, if you need help finding the right talent to boost your employer brand, Paired is here to help. We'll match you with top overseas talent and help you save up to 80% on payroll. Click the link in the description to book a free strategy call with our team. This is Erin from Paired. Thanks for watching. I'd love to hear from you as well. What's one thing you think makes your company stand out as an employer? Drop it in the comments. Let's swap ideas and learn from each other.